Good day, everyone. My name is Jacqueline Clara as the moderator for our forum today. First of all, I would like to say thank you very much to all of the audience for attending the forum for today. So, our issue for today is social media good for young people mental health? Before we start our discussion, let me introduce our guest to all of you. So for the first guest is Dr. Nur Aiza Azira. She is a psychologist lecturer from University Malaya. How are you, Dr. Nur Aiza?
I'm fine. Thank you for inviting me.
Welcome, Dr. Nur Aiza. Next, the second panel of our panelists for this forum is Professor Jagadeswari. For sure, Professor Jagadeswari is one of the best professors in Malaysia and has taught psychology for 20 years at the University of Science Malaysia. She cannot attend the forum with us because she have problem, but she keep update on her place. How is Professor Jagadeswari doing? Okay, let's move on to our next guest. Welcome, Dr. Shalini. How are you? How are you, Dr. Shalini?
I'm fine. Thank you for inviting me to join this forum tonight.
You are very welcome, Dr. Shalini. Before I introduce to our final panelist, I want everyone to know that Dr. Shalini is a leading psychologist. Without wasting time, I would like to introduce our final member panelist. Professor Nurfara Wahida, a lecturer from University Technology Malaysia who specializes in computer science and technology. How are you, Dr. Professor Nurfara?
I'm fine, thank you.
I would like to thank to our panelists that willing to take their time to enter this forum. So without wasting our time, I will start to discuss our issue today. Based on an article that I have read, the social was introduced in the early 2000s. Social media have become an integral part of our daily life. It influences culture, current affairs, and connects us to the world like never before. As people spend more and more of their life online, we need to consider how this new online world is changing us. Social media represents a significant portion of the time many times, plugged in especially the young people. How many people do the social media affect? Does it truly make us more social, or does the new model of human interaction provide a poor substitute for the original? After all, a healthy social connection is one of the key factors in good mental health and well-being. It's time to check in and find out. So, Dr. Aiza, what is your opinion about this issue? Hello, Dr. Aiza.
Yes.
Are you there? So, Dr. Aiza, what is your opinion about this issue?
Thank you, moderator. First of all, I want to thank you for giving me this opportunity to come here to talk about the effects of social media. Besides that, I am also grateful to meet all of you here. Social media isn't just about negative effects only. There are also lots of positive effects if we look at it. So, what are the positive effects of social media on us? First of all, social media can inspire healthy lifestyle changes. We're joking, aren't we? Social media can be used as a motivational tool to achieve healthy lifestyle goals such as quitting smoking or regularly going to the gym. Announcing goals through social media and regularly posting about it promotes accountability to others. creates positive peer pressure and promotes online social support systems that can encourage candidates to form or join other communities dedicated to similar endeavors. This is a classic case of positive emotional contagion. Research has shown that sharing a goal publicly not only promotes accountability, but helps one to stay focused and dramatically increase one's chance of success, whether it be weight loss or sobriety for recovering addict alcoholics. Furthermore, social media also provides teens with opportunities to develop technical and other skills needed to function in society. A common dilemma among people with mental illness, including depression, is the reluctance to talk to people closest to them about their problems. More and more young people are turning to the internet for health advice, including topics such as contraception, acne treatment, and many more. Far from being a singularly destructive force in their development, social media can do quite the opposite. Many teens will post online what they are reluctant to share with their parents. For troubled youth, this makes early intervention by concerned friends and peers more possible. For others, it provides a rich opportunity to experiment with different modes of creative self-expression, which is in itself therapeutic. While it is impossible to deny the dangers of social media, parents may choose to focus on the positive use of online media to promote better online habits in their children. That's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Aiza, for sharing your opinion on this issue. So, as we know, Dr. Aiza shared the positive effect of social media on young people matter. And I think the audience also agree with her statement. Besides that, I believe that everything happened in our life have given us a positive and negative side. So can Professor Jagadeswari share the negative side of social media to young people mental health? For example, the negative side of social media that I have read and in an article before was related to cyberbullying. What do you think about cyberbullying? Thank you, Dr. Professor Jagadeswari, for explaining cyberbullying. We all know that we cannot take this cyberbullying lightly. The same thing happened to the child of one of my acquaintance, and I saw that cyberbullying harmed the child's life. Some people think that social media is the place to relieve their stress, but some people also say social media is the cause of depression and stress. Can Dr. Shalini share your opinion on this issue forum tonight?
Thank you to our moderator and warmest welcome to all the audience that have been here tonight. My salutations. In my point of view, social media such as Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and many more other applications often leads to stress and depression among youngsters in this age. You might ask me, why doesn't social media cause depression among sexagenarians? Yes, according to human's nature, young people have the desire to try new things in their life, and young people are the most unstable group when it comes to many problems. Many problems like love failure, money problem, family problem. So social media had become a new platform for them to live a happy life. Meanwhile, sexagenarians, they knew when to make a right decision and to solve their problem. In short, they have more experience in their lifetime. All these problems started the moment when a youngster logged into his or her social media. Why am I saying that so? Because they are beginning at the beginning, they started to compare themselves. If a lady, not to say a lady, if a girl teenage, uh, she started to copy the famous actor on Instagram, and definitely he or she will wants to post um, a story like the same like their favorite actor. At the end, they wouldn't get a same likes as much as the actor or actresses get. So here they become they become depressed. Yeah, why I say so depressed? They try to compare themselves. The self confidence become low. Okay, so they would ask for demand. Okay, they go and blackmail some teenagers. They'll blackmail their parents for a good clarity phone. If their parents are rich, they wouldn't burn a hole in their father's pocket. But imagine if you are from a normal moderate family, definitely it's gonna lead to family problem. Adding on, social media also can lead to depression, where social media spread fake news, irrelevant topics without any restriction. Recently, our COVID-19 just spread so fast, but before it spreads, a lot of fake news spread it out first. So here, this caused a waste of time and doesn't give any importance for teenagers. Teenagers tend to waste their time on scrolling their news feeds. Yeah. So the moment they waste their time, this also called addiction to social media. So here they don't know the value of her time. Time is gold, am I? Yes, definitely. And so when they waste their time scrolling their news feeds, they sleep late, they go to school late. When the moment they go to school late, it becomes a disciplinary problem. So the teachers call upon parents, and here it becomes a family problem. So it all started with social media. And here is the evidence. According to a principal of SMK Mawar, a teenager who failed to manage his time dropped in examination. He was a well-prepared student. I can say he's a topper, the school topper. But during his percubaan, the trials of SPM, yes, the trials of SPM, he dropped because his parents bought a new phone for him. And here, when he failed in the subjects here, definitely he's gonna face depression. Finally, as what Professor Jagadish said, social media leads to cybercrime, cyberbullying. 4 years back, when I was in Texas, I went to deal a commit suicide case. At the end of the case, the girl's name was Brandy Vela. She was just 18. She committed suicide due to depression. Why I say so? When we went to Brandy Vela's house for investigation, we get her father's statement that his daughter committed suicide due to the extreme level of depression caused by Facebook. Someone created a fake account and started to bully her. At the end of the day, she committed suicide. She was 18 that time. If she was alive now, she could be a doctor, an engineer, or anything else. But due to some mental torture, the teenager decided to commit suicide. Here, I would conclude that social media have its pros and cons. It all depends on how we manage it. Remember, life is rules. Life is full of rules. It's either we rule it or it will rule us. Thank you.
What a great experience sharing, Dr. Shalini. It's not an easy job to deal with people that have a mental breakdown. Attention to all audience. As we heard Dr. Shalini's story, we must realize that social media can easily put end to young people's life and instant. We must realize that social sorry. So Professor Jagadeshwari and Dr. Shalini already shared the negative effect of social media on young people's mental health. However, I still hope that we can see through the positive effect of social media on young people's mental health. Can Professor Noor Farah share the positive effect of social media on young people to the audience?
Thank you, Miss Moderator. After what I heard from the other panel, I can assume that most people think negatively about social media, but we also need to see the good side of social media. In the modern world, the internet or social media play a major role in society and the mental state of the consumer. We often hear that using social media can be detrimental to a person's mental health and well-being, especially to young people. We know that having a strong social media network is associated with positive energy. For example, social media help people stay in touch with their loved ones and friends who are far from them. So the platform will replace face-to-face social interaction to overcome the hustle and bustle of distance and time. This will also allow them to reconnect with others and and deepen their interaction with each other. Therefore, this platform can bring happiness to someone as they are still able to continue to share their love and grief with their loved ones. So this will help control their mental health. So people can always strive to remain positive in whatever circumstance they face. The use of social media in society. That's all from me. Thank you.
Thanks to Professor Noor Farah for sharing your thoughts. And also thanks to Dr. Aiza, Professor Jagadeshwari, and Dr. Shalini for working diligently to provide the best possible explanation to the audience for the issue discussed in today's forum. I also feel that audience is enjoying the forum for the day. So I will members for taking their time to share their thoughts on the impact of social media on young people mental health. I hope to see you again in the next forum. Bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.